It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
That's jealousy and envy and delusion, all mixed together. Angel Reese has done a couple of nice things, added some femininity to the way these women dress. Great. No one's tuning in to watch Angel Reese play basketball. She's not that skilled. She's not that good. She's an energy player. She gets rebounds. She gets puts backs. But no one's tuning in to watch Angel Reese. It's just not happening. She's not Michael Jordan. She's not Magic Johnson. She's not Larry Bird. She's someone that taunted Caitlin Clark on a big stage. Those are the facts. But you know why we can't tell those facts in big settings or on corporate platforms? Because there's a group of punks that sit on these platforms. And punk's a strong word, but they are punks. And their bosses are punks. They won't allow them to say the truth. And there's a recipe that they do. That they pick uneducated men and athletes who are controlled by their smallest head, the sexually promiscuous, who have no self-control. And so they sit on these shows, either uneducated or they're sexually promiscuous. And so every thought that comes through their head is like, oh boy, if I say what I really think, these black women and these feminist white women are not going to sleep with me. And I may lose my job. It's that combination. If I get crossways with these black women and feminists, they're going to come after my job and they're not going to sleep with me. Because again, some of these athletes have so much money, it just shouldn't matter. And so what they're really protecting is their access to loose women. And so they sit there and know, like, oh boy, if I say what I really think here and talk about how delusional Angel Reese is, these feminist black women won't sleep with me anymore. And these feminist white women, it'll be much harder for me to sleep with them. The groupies that I have access to, it's going to be much harder to get access to them. We're being controlled by our smallest head. We're being controlled by our immorality. We're not in position to say to an Angel Reese, shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're delusional. People are watching these games because of Caitlin Clark. You're a nice little supporting actress occasionally, but you ain't got nothing to do with these record ratings and all of that. Yes, you play a little bit role, but that role is over. Yes, you taunted Caitlin Clark. It's a delusion that's embarrassing and can't be stopped. It can't even be addressed because these guys are all afraid. Oh, they're going to say I hate black women if I tell the truth about the WNBA. And then black women, when I go to the Essence Festival, black women won't sleep with me because, I don't think they're Yah's queens and I'm not worshiping them. This is idolatry. Idolatry of women, sexual idolatry. That's why I talk about it nonstop. You want to avoid the headache I went through getting into my new home? Guess what? Glenn Beck's got the answer for you. Real estate agents I trust. I went through a long, difficult process of finding the right real estate agent because Glenn didn't tell me he had a company that could do all the work for me. That's why I'm telling you, real estate agents I trust. You can get into your home, you can sell the home quicker, easier than I did if you use Real Estate Agents I Trust. That's realestateagentsitrust.com. I want to show you Stephen A. Smith from this morning in full Deion Sanders backpedal. He's backpedaling like Deion Sanders. Oh, they got him. Monica McNutt and these gatekeeping black women and feminists have got Stephen A. Smith backpedaling. He now, I think this is SOT number 12. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is him ranting about Caitlin Clark and just selling the racial deal and making sure he cleans up his mess with black women and feminists to know, and the whole Black Lives Matter crowd. Hey, I hate white women too, and I don't like Caitlin Clark, and her supporters are racist. Anyway, play the clip.
Caitlin Clark is white. And because she's white, and because she's considered box office and she's a star who happens to be white, that is why Eminem, when I brought up words like envy or jealous or resentment, whatever word you wanted to pick, I didn't say it in a negative fashion like, oh my God, it's a problem. I used the word justified. You know why? Because black people throughout this country for years have felt that level of ire because we know we've got to be twice as good to get half as much. We know we've got to extend ourselves. We know we've got to put ourselves on Front Street to have a shot at getting half. Pick a profession. Pick a name. Ask yourself, pick the biggest star. Pick the biggest star in podcasts. Pick the biggest star in television. Pick the biggest star in sports or whatever. That's black. And ask yourself the question that we all ask. If they were white, what would they be? How much money would we get paid if we were white? How much success would we reap if we were white? How much endorsements would we get? How receptive would America be to us? Because it's still 60% of the population. And even in the year 2024, when the white populace in this country is dipped from 90 to 85 to 80 to 70 to now 60% and dipping, okay, even now, you have a situation where you get somebody who happens to be white and they're a star and they deserve the acclaim. They receive something we know we wouldn't receive on that level. Why do you think I say on national television, when white folks catch a cold, black folks catch pneumonia? Because it's always worse for us. There's always an extra challenge. We always have to go through more. It's not a secret. We get it. And so all I'm trying to say to you is when Angel Reese said what she said, let's read between the lines. Because what she's really saying is that this is really not a big deal. We're making it a big deal because of what I did and who I did it to.
Can you believe that? Do you think he honestly believes that? What world does he live in? Did Michael Jordan? Was there something he's been cheated out of? What was there, did Larry Bird make as much money as Michael Jordan off the court?